d4. Knight f6. Knight f3. c5. d5. g6. Knight c3. Bishop g7. e4. d6. Bishop b5 check. Knight b d7. a4. a6. Bishop e2. Castle kingside. Castle kingside. Knight g4. Rook a3. Knight g e5. Knight takes e5. Knight takes e5. f4. Knight d7. Queen d3. b6. Bishop d2. Queen c7. Bishop e1. Bishop b7. Rook a1. Knight f6. Bishop g3. Rook a d8. Rook a e6. D takes e6. F takes e6. f5. G takes f5. E takes f5. e5. Bishop f3. c4. Queen e3. Bishop takes f3. Rook takes f3. Knight g4. Queen e2. d5. Rook f1. Knight h6. Bishop takes e5. Queen c5 check. King h1. Rook d e8. Queen h5. Rook takes e5. Rook takes e5. Bishop takes e5. Queen takes h6. Bishop f6. Rook f3. Queen e7. Queen d2. King h8. Rook f1. Rook d8. Rook e1. Queen b4. Rook e6. Bishop takes c3. B takes c3. Queen takes a4. g4. Queen d7. Queen d4 check. King g8. Queen e3. Queen f6. Queen f7. h4. b5. Rook takes a6. Rook e8. Queen d4. Rook f8. h5. Queen d7. h6. Queen f7. King g1. Queen c7. Queen takes d5 check. King h8. Rook d6. Queen a7 check. Queen d4. Queen takes d4 check. Rook takes d4. King g8. g5. King. Rook d7 check. King g6. Rook g7 check. King f5. f7. King e6. g6. H takes g6. h7. Rook h8. f8 queen. Rook takes f8. Rook g8. Rook f5. Rook e8 check. King d7. h8 queen. Rook g5 check. King f2. Rook f5 check. King e2. Rook f6. Rook d8 check. King e6. Queen e8 check. King f5. King f3. King g5 check. King g3. Rook f5. Queen e7 check. Rook f6. Queen e3 check. Rook f4. Queen takes f4 check. King h5. Queen h4 checkmate.